Hi there and welcome. I'm Kody from Percipient, and in this video, we'll be looking at the Sage Intacct Sage Collaborate function. So before I show you what it actually does, let's talk about the real world problem. In most finance teams, conversations about transactions don't actually happen inside the system. They happen in email threads, in Teams chats, forwarded attachments, Slack messages, sometimes even WhatsApp. So when someone asks 6 months later, okay, so why was this invoice coded this way, or who confirmed this change? The answer lives in someone's inbox. It becomes quite hard to track, and auditing is difficult. So Sage Collaborate brings those conversations back into Sage Intacct, directly onto the record itself. It allows your teams to collaborate and communicate in real time without switching between applications and without losing context. Where it sits, once you've got this enabled, at the top of my page, you'll see this collaborate navigation bar. So when I click this, the Sage Collaborate function opens. This is essentially your live activity hub. So it shows you what's happening across your company at a glance, comments, posts, updates. And from here, you can jump directly into the transaction or record. So rather than logging into multiple modules and hunting around, this becomes a central communication feed. You can see here, these are the comments in it. But once a record or a transaction has been created, Collaborate allows me to comment directly on it. And this is important. Collaborate works on records and transactions. It doesn't work on reports, lists, or approval screens, or configuration pages. It is designed for record level conversations. So here on this invoice, I need clarification still. We can tag somebody directly in the system. This is my finance manager. Can someone confirm if this belongs to marketing instead of ops? Send that out. When I use an app mention, it does bring that post directly to that person's attention. That conversation now becomes permanently associated with this invoice. Anyone viewing this record in future during audit, review, month end can see exactly what was discussed. Now let's talk about feeds, because that is what makes Sage Collaborate very powerful. There are several different feeds available. The record shows the post made directly on specific records. The following feed shows activity from records you follow or have commented on. It includes posts from groups you're also part of. The To Me feed actually features where you've been mentioned or posts you've created that now have comments. It's not private, but it is just filtered to show communications directed at you. And the All Company feed shows posts and activity across your organization, including public groups and private groups that you are a member of. Visibility always respects your intact permissions, so if you don't need access or have access to a record, you won't see the post. One really useful feature with the ability to follow records, when you follow a record, you automatically receive updates in your feed whenever somebody comments, for example, a file is shared, or there's an interaction on that post. This is especially useful for finance managers, project leads, or stakeholders who want visibility without having to open every transaction individually. It allows you to stay informed without being overwhelmed. Another part of the Sage Collaborate functionality are groups. So groups allow you to collaborate with specific teams. For example, a finance team group, a month-end close group even, a project team, or your department managers. So to access groups, I've just pressed the More tab. You can join up to 100 groups. Groups can be public, where anyone can join and see posts, or private, where membership must be approved by the group owner. You can see here the request to join. I can add or remove members, change access levels, or delete a group entirely. This allows communication to be structured rather than flooding the entire organization. In this, we can also attach files directly to posts. For example, if I need to attach a supplier contract or a supporting document or even an invoice backup or clarification evidence, I simply select the paper icon, upload the file and some context in my message and send. So here I'll just press the attachment file button, add that into the record and send that. File permissions also follow the records permissions. So if someone doesn't have access to that section of Intacct, they won't see the file. And if needed, I can edit my post and remove that attachment later. You can also see that it's scanning for malware in the background. For new users, getting started is straightforward. From Collaborate, I can go more into my profile. Here, users can upload a profile picture. You can set email notification preferences. And you can also decide how you receive updates. So users can then join relevant groups, follow important records, begin participating in conversations. So it is designed to be intuitive and familiar, similar to a social media style interaction, but within a controlled business environment. In terms of governance and boundaries, it operates on records and transactions. And whilst it enhances transparency, it is not designed for confidential or highly sensitive conversations. Posts are visible to users who access to that group or record, and personal data posted within Collaborate feeds is not tracked by an advanced audit trail. So what this gives you in real terms is it reduces those internal emails, it keeps conversations attached to transactions, it speeds up exception handling, and it improves visibility across your teams, and it creates one shared communication layer direct to Sage Intacct. Sage Collaborate is built to help your team stay aligned, resolve those issues faster, maintain contacts where it matters most, on the record itself. If you'd like to see how Sage Collaborate could work within your organisation, please get in touch with the team, and thank you for watching.